Imagine this. Your well planned day suddenly trips over itself. The meeting moves, dinner burns, or the train decides to take a nap, and your brain, it spikes with stress like it just saw a ghost. You freeze, complain, or overreact. That moment of fluster costs you time, relationships, and confidence. But what if I told you there's a way to boost cognitive agility and stop that from happening? Hi, I'm Will Deek, college professor and longtime martial artist. And today, we're talking about how to stay cool, pivot fast, and turn chaos into an easy win when life throws you a curveball, like it always does. Why do even the smartest people lose it over small surprises? Well, your brain loves routine. It's basically the world's biggest fan of autopilot because it saves energy. But when something unexpected happens, your brain's old script glitches. That first jolt, the tight chest, the racing heart, is your brain's autopilot yelling danger. It's like a pop-up ad interrupting your flow, but instead of clicking close, you just let it run wild. Here's the twist. The real problem isn't the event itself, but the snap judgment your brain makes. Burned dinner becomes I'm failing. A rescheduled meeting turns into I'll look incompetent. This meeting triggers your fight or flight system, tightening your breath, clenching your jaw, and narrowing your options just like a camera zooming in on a disaster. But guess what? Thanks to neuroplasticity, that's your brain's ability to change, you can train yourself to shrink that fluster gap instantly. Here's a simple exercise to try next time life throws you off balance. First, name what you're feeling out loud or in your head, like heart racing or jaw tight. Just saying it helps switch on more control in your brain. Then ask yourself, what else could this mean? This question is like hitting the refresh button on your mindset. For example, burned dinner can shift from I'm failing to we gotta try that pasta trick now. And a mood meeting becomes I have 20 extra minutes to nail my opener. After that, focus on your breathing. Now, it's important that you breathe out longer than you breathe in. Try 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out and repeat twice. Longer exhales tell your nervous system to relax and open space for better choices. Now, here's something that's important. Don't fake it with, I'm fine. When you're stressed, it's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken bone. Instead, acknowledge your feelings honestly. Yep, I'm stressed and I can handle it. That honesty builds trust within yourself, and that's the core of cognitive agility. Now, imagine mental agility like a muscle. It grows stronger when you challenge it regularly with small changes. Try adding just 10% new to your day. Not a whole makeover, just tiny tweaks that say, hey brain, novelty is safe. Take a different route to work or move your desk slightly. Notice if you find that you want to snap back to your usual routine. Label that urge and breathe out longer as you practiced before. Then try starting a small conversation. You usually avoid a quick compliment or asking how somebody's day is going at checkout. This trains your brain to approach rather than avoid. When something annoying happens, like a late package, think of 3 ways to interpret it. Maybe I'm cursed, or I have 15 bonus minutes to prep, or perfect time to hydrate. Pick the most helpful meaning. You can try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand or switching up your breakfast. These little shifts send signals that new is normal. Ask a friend to text you randomly during the day. When it happens, pause for a minute, label what you feel, breathe out longer, reframe the situation, and then pick your next move. This rehearsal under mild surprise makes mental flexibility stronger. You can also use reframing for social worries. If someone ignores your message, instead of assuming the worst, they hate me, remind yourself people get busy or try reaching out again with clear communications. This breaks the trap of mind reading, and we're all guilty of that, right? At the end of the week, combine these elements, new route, small social connection, meaning shift. Reflect on what felt easier than before and jot it down in a journal. Tracking progress helps cement growth. Remember, keep these changes small and playful so they don't overwhelm your nervous system. The goal isn't to suffer, but to expand how you choose to respond. Fluster is just a habit loop that gets stronger every time you feed it. You can rewrite this loop by training that calm gap between event and reaction while sprinkling small doses of novelty into each day. Label cues, breathe longer on the exhale, ask, what else could this mean? And pick your next best move consistently. And boom, you're building lasting cognitive agility. Try setting up a 7-day challenge with a friend to practice these drills together and share one win with each other every day. Even 15 minutes daily can start changing how you handle stress. With practice, you'll find yourself adapting smoothly instead of freezing, turning fluster into fuel for flexibility. That's definitely worth celebrating. Ready to make fluster optional? Pick your first 10% new change today and watch how quickly your brain learns to flow instead of freeze. And if you want more strategies that build on this, more flow hacks that use neuroscience and mindset tools together, subscribe now. This exercise was just step one, and future sessions will expand your toolkit. Until the next time, this is Will Deek wishing you only success. And remember, flow can become your default setting. Practice daily, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.